Alright, for this part 2 of putting together the icosahedron. Now you have hopefully already decorated it and started to assemble it. I showed you that in the first video, and now I have my 3 parts that need to go together to create the entire sphere-like shape. So when you put 5 together in a circle, the last one will not lay flat. It will sit up like a little hat. So that you spread your glue on. Make sure that you're putting just a dot, not a lot, and then spreading it all around so that it's a nice even coat. Then it's important that you line up the triangle here. If you tilt this, so I'm going to pinch it together and I'm going to hold it so that that triangle is nice and flat and even, like I was when I was pushing it down on the table. And I pinch that until it grabs. And then the last step would be to take your row of 10. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You had 2 extra circles on your sheet just in case you made a mistake. So make sure you don't put together more than 10 when you assemble the long line. So I'm going to put my last piece on. I'm going to curve this around into a cylinder type shape. I'm going to look on the inside to make sure my triangle edges line up, and I'm going to pinch it nice and tightly until I hold it. Now, if you want, you could stick a paper clip on here just temporarily while you're putting the others, because you don't want to jostle this out of shape when you're trying to add your last piece. Okay, so now these should come around into a nice ring shape, and then each one of these 5 tabs will accept the 5 tabs from the hat. My suggestion would be to put it 2 at a time until you get to your last one. So I'm going to spread 2 on adjacent or next to each other, spread the glue back and forth. Then I'm going to line them up with the 2 that I'd like to glue them to. And then I'm going to lift it up and make sure I look inside, especially for the first time around. On the last hat part that you put on, you won't be able to look inside. So if any of these are tilted in a funny way when you're trying to assemble them, you're going to have some trouble when you put on the last pieces. So make sure you pinch, and if you just hold them here for about 10 to 15 seconds pressing tightly, they should grab quickly, provided you didn't put too much glue. If you put too much glue, they will take longer to dry. So spread the glue out evenly, not too thickly. Take my next 2, line them up, pinch them tightly. I could probably remove this last paper clip, and if you wanted to, you could put a paper clip on the last 2 that you are gluing. But I don't find that I need that, because if I just pinch them tightly, they stay together pretty well, because I'm putting the right amount of glue on. Now there should be one more that I haven't glued yet, right there. I'm going to open that up, put a little bit of glue. Not too much, remember. I can't stress that enough. Too much glue takes too long to dry. You just want a little bit. Now pushing this, now I have most of it finished. The last step would be to do the same process I just did using these last 5 tabs and then holding them tightly. As you can see, the one that you're making is slightly bigger than the ones we made last year. So I'm not going to glue that right now. I'm going to let you get going and just take your time.